a fabulous person, and actually a terrific person. Her name is Elizabeth Pipko. She's not only known for being a hot Maxim woman, she's also a Harvard grad. So she's kind of like the real life Legally Blonde. So with all that being said, she was a figure skater, and she's also married to Laura Trump's producer. Jimmy put that in the notes, so I have to act on my best behavior. So with all that being said, Elizabeth, welcome to the show. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Well, you know, I have to ask you, Maxim, and I know we're not here to talk about Maxim. I know, I'm sorry. I loved that magazine as a kid. And to be honest, we need to go back to the day and age when Maxim was the hardest thing you're looking at. Now, the over-sexualization of children, you look back at Maxim, and it's like a joke when you see the stuff that you can see on Instagram and all these social media channels. So what do you think about that? Was that a better time when Maxim was considered PG-13, considered to today's standards?
Yeah, look, I'd say anything from the past was probably a better time. I don't know about you. I think we're probably the same age or approximately the same age. I think things have only gotten worse since I've grown up, since we've grown up. So yeah, I think we should all go back to like the post 9/11 era. I think was like the best era. That's when like boobs and beer and Maxim and all that was really cool, and patriotism was, you know, sky high, and everyone was just happy to be American. So yeah, we should all go back in time to a different era, maybe when Maxim was more appreciated, but just when people were a little more normal, honestly.
Well, and people might look at these photos and they might say, oh, look at Elizabeth. She's just, you know, a model. She's not that smart. But you were actually the spokesperson. You're the former spokesperson for the RNC. So how do you make that transition from going from being a model to having, you know, a very important position that's not easy at all? Being the mouth of an organization can be very challenging sometimes, going and doing interviews and getting hard questions. So how did you make that transition, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I don't really know exactly how it happened. It just kind of worked out. I ended up working for Donald Trump in 2016 on his campaign, and actually hid the fact that I worked there because, you know, it's going to surprise you. People in the modeling world weren't obsessed with him, or Republicans in general.
Wait, time out. Why didn't they like him? He had the Miss America pageant. See, they're all liars, just like how the rappers don't like him today. They all liked him back then. Those models, they would love it if Donald Trump was sitting front row at any of their like, do you really think that Chanel wouldn't want Donald Trump sitting front row at their Milan Fashion Week show? Give me a break, right?
Right. Before 2015, hands down. And then, as we all know, things changed, and I kind of segued in and did a little here, a little there. But for those wondering, I didn't just pose in Maxim. I have 2 Ivy League degrees, and I worked on multiple presidential campaigns. I ran a super PAC. I have published books. I've done a lot of things that make me a little bit more qualified than people would think.
Time out.
Yeah.
Why are you poo-pooing on that you were on Maxim? Who demonized you? Who
Not
hurt you?
poo-pooing. Oh my God, no.
Who hurt you? Who said this? Because I know that they say, oh, she's just pretty. Why can't you be proud that you are aesthetically pleasing? Why can't we celebrate that you are organically, and I'm not saying you're enhanced, even if you're enhanced, I'm just saying you are naturally a hotter human being than other human beings. Why is that a crime to celebrate that, Elizabeth? And why should you be ashamed of that? You know, it makes me sick.
First of all, not enhanced. I want to get that.
Okay, well, yeah, but I'm saying even if you do get enhanced, hey, I'm not going to hate it. If you look good, you look good. I'm just saying that, you know, in case you were, I didn't want to be rude. But why is that a crime for you to be pretty? I don't think it should be.
First of all, it's not. I prayed really, really, really freaking hard. I don't know if we can curse on here. I prayed really hard to be pretty because I was bullied quite a bit for not being pretty growing up. So no, super proud. But for the left that decided to say I was hired solely because I was pretty, people should know that is very much not true.
Well, but to be fair, though, you did get into Harvard on a modeling competition, right?
Right, exactly.
So, Elizabeth, obviously you're qualified for your position, and I get it. Hey, as a woman, it is tough because you're going to constantly have that stigma surrounding you, and it would be better, you know, and this is a person, and I'm not throwing any shade at, and I mean this, and I've said this statement a lot, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders is not traditionally the most beautiful person, but to me, because she's so powerful, it makes her hot. So, what I'm saying is, you look at Sarah Huckabee Sanders, they're more likely to make her the governor than you because she's not as attractive as you. And I think that that's unfair, Elizabeth.
I don't agree with any of that. I think A, I could totally be a governor, and B, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is very hot. So I actually don't know.
You think she's hot? You think she's okay? How hot is she then?
You want like a number?
Duh, yeah, and your body count as well, Elizabeth. Can you give? No, I'm kidding. My point is, and Sarah looks great. She is very attractive. I'm just saying, when she's being so official, it also makes her more attractive too. And this kind of like, whoa, this, and it, I don't know how to describe it, but she is attractive. So, listen, we're not here to talk about the governor of Arkansas, because if I think of Arkansas, I think of the pedophiles, the Clinton family. So, what do you think about them? Do you think that Hillary Clinton drinks the blood of children?
I don't know. I think at this point, maybe, because if anyone's been through it in the last 10 years, it's her. I didn't think so originally, though I was very proud to work for the man that destroyed her career and all her dreams. But I don't know, maybe at this point. But back in the day, I don't think she did, no.
Yeah, she probably is doing something. She needs something for her anti-aging stuff. And Bill Clinton, I mean, it looks insane that he is younger than Donald Trump and Joe Biden, and the guy looks like a skeleton. So, okay, what is your anti-aging secrets? I mean, I know we're about the same age, but I'll be honest, I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Where's my methane blue? Joe Rogan said you got to start taking this methane blue, and this is a fabric dye, Elizabeth, and I've been drinking fabric dye because it supposedly has anti-aging mitochondria benefits. So, are there any like biohacks that you can give us real quick?
Definitely not drinking fabric dye, and I really hope you're not
I am.
actually either.
Well, I'll drink some right now, but it dyes my teeth. No, I've been drinking this. Like,
Hey,
I've been drinking this like insane
I would do
amounts.
anything to look good, so I respect it. But I really hope you stop doing that.
Is that bad? Oh, okay. Actually, Elizabeth, this should be good because we only have you for a couple more minutes. Now, and Eddie, we actually have a Hispanic comedian on, and he would be good for this. Eddie's a great friend of the show. He's on with us right now. But I am fighting with my girlfriend, who I love, prepaid wireless, Paige Wallace. She's so great. And now I think she has finally agreed with me. I am the ultimate cheapskate. If they still did that reality show, Cheapskate or whatever, I would go on that. And we're going on a trip to Mexico soon. And while we're there, I would like to go get some dental work done because it is like 25% of the price of dental work here in America. And so she's worried that they're going to drug me and take my kidneys. Now, you as a person that is smart, Harvard educated, I think that they still have protocols and rules in Mexico, and that I believe that if they have, you know, a 3.7 out of 4, I mean, out of 5 stars on Google review, that's good enough for me. It's better than half. So why is she giving me so much kickback, and how can I win that argument?
I mean, she's giving you kickback because she loves you. You can win the argument by sucking it up and doing everything you got to do, medical and otherwise, in the United States of America.
What? Are you kidding? I can get an illegal immigrant to do it for pennies on the dollar, Elizabeth. Why would I?
Not for long. I don't know.
What do you mean not for? They're not taxing teeth, are they?
They're not going to be
start
here for much longer. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying I'm going there. Listen,
They're
how
not
sick.
illegal over there.
Well, I know, but still, they're still in my town. They would be illegal. So they're even the ones over there. Believe it or not, this might sound xenophobic, are illegal to me. They're all illegal. On even this one, he has a green card. That's a joke. But my point is, even though I'm the illegal getting the dental work done. So
exactly.
Think about that. Am I insane for wanting to save money this bad that I'm going to let a legal immigrant and me illegally cross the border in order to get this work done?
I think you're completely insane. I do not recommend anything medical outside of this country.
Well, you're really not gonna like my next idea, and it's a company based outside of the United States. The reason we're going to Mexico is that in Mexico they've been working with the president there, Scheinbaum or something. What's her name, Jimmy?
I think
Claudia,
Scheinbaum.
I think.
Yeah, Claudia? They're actually going to wipe away the nicotine laws, and so they're going to develop a vape for children, and so they can start vaping at a young age, and it has Wi-Fi, and it has Bluetooth, and it is, I think you can fly with it. So I'm trying to look for investors, and I know that you know the Trump family, and we could have like Trump's child vapes, you know what I mean? I don't know why. He has tennis shoes that are made by children, they say allegedly. I mean, you know, they're not made here, so they're probably made by a slave. But listen, we're probably going to use some slave labor too, but Apple does it, and they make my cell phone, so why can't I? You know what I mean?
I kind of know what you mean. I don't know about the vapes for kids. Actually, if anyone would hate vapes in general, it's Donald Trump, even apart from the kids stuff. So
what if they were health
yeah,
vapes? What if they had vitamins?
That.
But they have vitamins too. They have nicotine and vitamins.
You're gonna have to ask him about that yourself. You could, if anyone could convince him, it's you.
Last question: why is Harvard so anti-Semitic?
I have no idea. I got my master's at UPenn, And like I have the diploma hanging above my desk, and every time I pay my stupid student loan, every month I stare at it and I wonder why I wasted time and money on either of these schools. I don't know. Everyone hates those that are successful very often. That is the Jews. That's all there is to
Jewish
say,
people
and it sucks,
successful?
but thank God Donald
I've
Trump
never
is
heard
holding
that.
them accountable.
I've never heard that. Is that a stereotype? Jewish people are successful? That's weird. I've never heard that. Well, one stereotype I have heard is that Legally Blonde is a documentary and you're the star of it.
I'll take it.
No.
I actually dye my hair so that I don't show people that I'm naturally blonde.
Do you hate
secret's
that?
Out now.
But do you hate that comparison? Because let's be real, and this is a real thing before you go. My grandmother, Betty Maynard Stein, very controversial figure. She was involved in some self-defense shooting at a very controversial moment. But my point is, she was the first woman to graduate from SMU Law School with this other woman, Raja. There's two women, her and another woman were in her class. And she had a lot of challenges with that. She was a very smart woman. So I appreciate you for, how do I go? Going against the grain, and even though you could just phone it in and marry some rich guy, you decided to actually have a career and marry a rich guy.
Very much not a rich guy, but the career, yes.
Is he not rich? I thought he was. Is he not rich?
Rich in personality and other things.
Wow.
Does that pay the American Express bill, though? Like,
We figure it out.
I call American Express, hey, what's up? It's Alex. Can I pay just by being personable and nice? Like, no, you owe us $24,000. All right. Well, actually, before you go, Unc, come on up here. And this is probably going to get me in some trouble. I don't know how familiar you are with the Houston rap scene. Unc, just sit down. Please, Unc, we only have it for a couple minutes. This man, Elizabeth, Unc, can you explain what happened? Your child was sacrificed to the Illuminati. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, Neil. I'm Mexican. I gotta ask her a question. I gotta get my people over here. Trump got that $5 million card.
Yes. Okay. Can you help him get a $5 million?
I gotta get the $5 million card from Trump.
He's an illegal immigrant. Elizabeth.
No, I'm not. I'm Sereno. I'm brown. But I want to know if I can get it for kilos.
For kilos?
Yeah, I can sell them once I get to America.
Oh, my gosh. Get out of here. Okay. Do not talk about drugs. This is the spokesperson of the RNC. I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, before you go, where can people find you and support you?
It should just be at Elizabeth Pipko on every social media platform that unfortunately still exists.
Can I say something there?
Oh, yeah, of course. And I want to say this before Eddie. Eddie was one of the campaign leaders for one of the political action committees that I created, Illegals for Trump, and that Eddie actually signed over 1,200 illegal immigrants to vote for Donald Trump. Will you? So he did. Tell her, please.
I do want to say thank you for everything you do. Maxim, the RNC spokesperson, everything. I appreciate an intelligent woman. Thank you. If you see Trump, tell him Tex-Mex for Trump. Tell him that.
Tex-Mex for Trump.
Will do.
Make America great again.
And I think he actually is a black supremacist, so that's pretty good that you got him, Elizabeth. So congratulations.
Sereno.
I don't know what that means. All right, Elizabeth. Everybody, is there anything else we got to plug, Jimmy, for Elizabeth?
I don't think so.
All right, Elizabeth
we're good.
Pipko.
No.
Thank you, please, before I get canceled. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And brains, beauty, and bronze. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.